Listen, Yu-Gi-Oh players gotta understand something. The game is just toxic in general, no matter what, damn near. You just have to accept it. Any game that has some sort of luck tied to it is gonna always piss you off to some degree when luck doesn't work out for you but works out for your opponent. You have to learn to accept that or you're just gonna fucking hate the game. So the reason I'm bringing this up is I hear a lot of people complaining about Tenpai. This is somebody that doesn't play TCG. You just remember that. I don't play TCG. I don't really look at TCG besides new cards and leaks, stuff like that. But I'm hearing people complaining about this deck and calling it toxic. I was like, Yu-Gi-Oh is toxic in general. Like, you just gotta accept that, bruh. You have decks that are OTK and FTK. I was like, Tenpai, yeah, they can do a fuck ton of damage. They can kill you through Pot of Prosperity, all this. I'm like, no big deal, I guess. I don't really see anything crazy with that because fucking I had to play through 4 to 5 negates in a synchro spam deck because they resolved the one card. Like, no, bruh. Sorry, they resolved Junk Speeder and I didn't have Ash Blossom, so now I lose. Like, I don't understand what. I just don't get why Yu-Gi-Oh players are complaining still. Like, I just had to take my L and move on. A lot of times, I'm gonna get angry still, but I gotta move on from it. I'm not gonna go on Reddit and make a goddamn post like, oh my god, Yu-Gi-Oh is so bullshit right now. What, Tenpai? Get the hell out of my face, bro. When y'all was over here comboing for 10 minutes, it was okay. Now, when the one deck that finally gets to go second and do something with going second, which is rare, happens, when we finally get that they go second, now people want to complain about it. I was like, if a deck is going second, it's trying to OTK you pretty much. There's some decks that can go second, like Macaco can go second and it's chill, but it's usually not optimal to go second to most decks. So, it's rare to see it. You usually see people say, hey, let me go second. Let me go at a fucking major disadvantage. Yeah, I get to draw a card first, and I get access to the battle phase. But I can't set up no negates or no interactions with my opponent, nothing like that. And also, Yu-Gi-Oh, like I said, when it comes to the luck factor, is the damn hand traps. Like, the hand traps are different in Master Duel because we have access to Max C, so that's a whole different game, obviously. But having to play through Ash, like, this is the thing. All the hand traps are pretty much, from what I can tell, at 3 in TCG. Like Nibiru, Ash, Ghost Bell, whatever the hell people are running. But the counter card to it, called by, is actually at 1. Which is crazy, because I'm used to it being at 2, since it's been in 2 since I started playing Master Duel. I can't even imagine playing Yu-Gi-Oh with called by at 1. That's literally just luck that you have a way to stop a fucking hand trap. And that's if you can stop it, depending on what cards they're playing. You get hit by a shifter, yeah, it's gonna hurt, but everything hurts in Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not gonna lie. You just have to, like I said, you just have to accept that the game is toxic. Anything can happen, and anything can piss you off. This is why I'm an advocate of playing weird ass decks. I've been playing Trick Stars. I played Nimbleria. I tried Amazoness. I'm about to dismantle that shit. I'm about to get rid of it. They about to be looking for new goddamn work. Because I cannot do it, bruh. Amazoness are not fun to me, and they're garbage. But that's besides the point. This game has like 15,000, I think, cards by now. Last time I checked was a long ass time ago. It was at like 10k. But I think they're at maybe 15,000 cards by now. And we play mostly the same shit. But they're getting new support. I just need people to understand Yu-Gi-Oh is never, like, we can go back in the day, like when they did the 2004 event, I was like, this might not be a good representation because Konami sucks with loner decks, and I played the loner in that. But from my experience, I love the back and forth it had. Like, duels didn't usually, for me, of course you do still have FTKs at the time, like Magical Scientists and all that sort of shit, Cyber Signs, whatever. But, at least at the time, when it comes to those damn times in Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah, you have powerful spells. I was like, yeah, we got things that banish whole fields face down and get past targeting and destruction protection. And it technically gets past unaffected effects to a degree. You can have 2 months of unaffected effects if you activate a raw evenly. Then, yeah, you're kind of still losing them. It's so dumb. But this is where Yu-Gi-Oh's at. All the stupid rulings. You just have to accept something. Like I was talking about in my other video about the Seal Master Meisei and bad rulings. or bad design cards. You got a motherfucker that worries about this little ass normal monster that dies and your whole field crumbles. But you can negate spell and traps very strong until you realize they can't even have both effects up at the same time, because one negates the other. But like I said, it's the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! You're either gonna be negated a fuck ton, you're gonna keep getting popped. Like if you're playing Labyrinth, you got cards, you got decks that are ripping cards out your hand at the first turn Eradicator in you before you can even play. Like, you're getting your hand ripped and all the info in your hand is being revealed. You got shit like that going on, and then they're gonna see your next card probably pop it depending on what it is. You got people activating Shifter off the bat. You got Flu just playing on your turn. Everybody plays the game differently. Like a lot of decks, well, no, a lot of decks play the same, but most decks play differently enough. You got Telements going goddamn ape shit on both players' turns, obviously too. Begin having stopping summons or negating summons. It's just a game. It's just a game. You have to accept it. And then they're luck sacking too, but you have to accept that's what it is. Cash Tyrant, everybody acting like we're going to be a crazy. And I'm like, Cash Tyrant is one of the most chill decks I've seen in a long time. Like, that's crazy to me that people complain so much about Cash. I was like, Cash? I'm not mad at them. The only thing I don't like is one card combos being in the game, because it encourages, like, you seem like they're encouraged to do one card combos or put them in, because there's so many hand traps people are running now. You can't really, if you need 2 or more cards and you draw a bunch of hand traps, you kind of fuck, but you kind of need the hand traps or you lose a lot of the time. And then you got nowhere to use them and all that. I'm like, it's too much this shit to know. That's why I play casually. I play ranked actually, but it's just kind of whatever. That's it for me though. Let me know what y'all think. Let me see if y'all agree with this. I think competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! In general is toxic, and I don't even play for money. I don't play in tournaments, none of that shit. You got me fucked up. I'm gonna let people just sit here and complain about this game though. Like, it ain't been toxic from the damn beginning. Like, every deck is doing ain't toxic to a degree. People floodgating, Runix, all that shit. But that's it for me. Play what deck you want, just don't bitch when you get clapped by some other shit that's toxic, because everything's damn near toxic in Yu-Gi-Oh! Since there's luck tied to it. True Kingston, and I'm out.